Good afternoon and good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and coffee stream number 225. Whew, I came running down here really fast, so I'm a bit out of breath. I hope everyone is having a very good Friday, and I was going to do call-ins today, but I realized that there are still 2 Fridays left in August. So, I figured I would do next week and the week after for call-in, and we would just do a regular news show today. So, hopefully, the window has stayed captured, and, look, we've got lots of people rolling in here. We've got Sora Luna, hi. Tall Person, Costin, hello. Duck Dog, Evil Deadhead, hi. Nice to have you here. Havoc Vladimirovich Stalinov, I'm pretty sure I know who that is. RVA, hello. Armskiller, good morning. Grillin' Pirate Pete. And let's see, who else? Gunfox. Gunfox was first and says, howdy, I blame Pinkalo for this, lol. Apparently we are going through a blaming war between Gunfox and Pinkalo. Maddie, hello, good morning. Or afternoon, depending on which time zone you're in. I wanted to call in. I'm sober. I will be a good boy. I have got what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna because if I do a call in today, that'll be 3 call-ins. 3 weeks in a row. So what I'm going to do is because I've got a lot of good articles for you guys today. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do call-ins next Friday and the Friday after because I don't have guests booked. But what I'd like to do, possibly in the beginning of September when I get a full 2 hours back, is reach out to a couple of the blind gamers. And maybe do a coffee stream, game stream crossover with these guys. But we'll see what I can arrange. Let's see. I'm hoping that the stories are visible today. I wish that the window capture. Oh, window capture. Oh, it's just a text. Damn it. Yeah, I can't get to the window capture to check. Oh, well. I really hope that what I'm going to do is I'm also going to go back into my DMs with myself and open that. Because what we're going to do is we're going to start with this story. Sesame barbecue and Hawaiian barbecue marinated chicken breasts are about to go on the grill. Oh my god, dude. That sounds amazing. Holy shit. That's, can I come for dinner? So, here we have a story with the headline, "Those who attended EVO 2019 may have been exposed to the measles." Which is always awesome. Not. I found this actually just before I went live, so I wanted to read this. Captain Weeb, good afternoon. Hi, nice to see you here. Um, so yeah, we're gonna read about how the people in Evo, which is a huge gaming tournament, if you don't know what Evo is, have possibly been exposed to the measles. Let's read.
Hopefully, you've had a measles shot, especially if you attended Evo 2019. According to the link, Southern Nevada Health District.
So the Southern Nevada Health District. Oh, Schniza. I forgot to get my phone charger. Way to go, Blind Press.
Via your current link, Polygon. A guest at the Mandalay Bay and Luxor Hotel during the August 1st 6 period had a case of measles.
Oh, fuck me.
Considering Evo 2019 was held during the same time period, August 1st 3, any attendees who stayed at the hotel could have been exposed to the virus.
Yep.
Evo representatives told Polygon they had not received any reports of attendees being affected, but are looking into it.
Well, there's not much they can do now.
Subscribe to the VG200.
So that's a quick little blurb. Oh, no, it's...
The annual fighting event was held at Mandalay Bay Convention Center, which was not mentioned in the SNHD report. It's unknown whether it was an Evo attendee who had the measles or just a visitor to the Luxor Hotel and Casino and its sister property next door at Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. They've exposed anybody there. You can't see the article. Fuck. Okay, here, let me try Control X. And Control X. How's that? Did that change anything? Oh, let's see. First, all press that were in E3 got doxxed, and now everyone in Evo is a carrier for measles. Yeah. Yeah, wow, got the day off trying to switch from drinking to weed and Googling for a therapist. Ah. Yeah, I'm using OBS now. Okay, so that means the window capture has reset. It's been doing that for some reason. And the shitty part is the properties for the window capture is not accessible by VoiceOver, so I can't click it and reset, which is not very helpful. OBS is getting better. It was even less accessible a few updates ago, but there are still some hurdles that need to be overcome, and accessing the window capture properties is one of them, because Pinkalo can do it with the mouse, but it's just there are certain things that I guess the cursor with VoiceOver is not finding, and window capture properties is one of them, unfortunately. So apologies, you unfortunately will not be able to see the article today, or the articles today. Still black screen. Okay, hold on. There, I just did the hotkey, so you should at least see my avatar now. Yeah, you should at least see the avatar up now. So, yeah, I do apologize. The whole point is that you're supposed to see the articles, but yeah. Hopefully now my avatar is showing. Let's see. So it says, either way, if you stayed at one of the hotels or visited one of the areas in Las Vegas noted by the Southern Nevada Health Department, be sure to keep an eye out for symptoms. If you have had the measles vaccine, you should be okay. So yeah, that's that little tidbit of avatar on bottom right, rest of screen black. Okay, good. Yeah, unfortunately all you're gonna see is the avatar today because the window capture properties have reset themselves, and as I said, I am not able to access them. Unfortunately, without assistance. So I do apologize, but thankfully I don't have any videos for you guys today. Yesterday I was glad that Pink Hollow was able to come fix it so I could show you guys the videos, but there are no videos today, thankfully. So let's see. We've got quite a few news stories here. We've got let's skip over here to this next one from Gunfox. Unfortunately, there were a couple of stories that Pink Hollow sent me. I had to copy them into Discord, and they still wouldn't open properly. It was kind of weird. But I did find some good stories here. There was a story about two toddlers being killed by their mother that I was just not going to read. Sorry, Gunny. But this one here is Memphis store clerk found guilty in slaying of teen who stole a $2 drink. So this was published August 15th, so yesterday. All right. So we have Top Stop Shop. That's an alliteration and a half. Top Stop Shop surveillance video, appears to show Dorian Harris? Is that what it says? Is that his name? Dorian Harris? So it says, let me get this name right here. Yeah, Top Stop Shop surveillance video. Yep, Dorian Harris appears to show Dorian Harris leave the store, followed by Anwar Ghazali, who is carrying a gun. So that's the picture that it's got up here. I guess it's like a snapshot from the surveillance camera. So it says a previous version of this story contained the incorrect spelling of Anwar Ghazali's name. It has been updated with the correct spelling. Okay, so that's just an editor's note here. Okay.
Anwar Ghazali, a former convenience store employee accused of shooting and killing 17-year-old Dorian Harris on March 30th, 2018, was found guilty of murder in the second degree by a jury today in Shelby County Criminal Court.
Okay.
Ghazali, 29, who did not testify during his trial, was expressionless after the verdict was read. He will be sentenced on September 23rd. In Tennessee, second-degree murder is punishable by 15 to 60 years in prison.
That's a big variation. Well, that was blown well out of proportion. Yeah.
64%.
It was.
Loaded. Ghazali's defense said he never intended to kill Harris as he fled the Top Stop store in North Memphis after stealing an alcoholic beverage. Rather, Ghazali fired a weapon upward into the night as Harris ran away. The rounds fired were meant to be warning shots, the defense said.
Dude, you never do that. That's... You know gravity exists, right? The bullets have to come down somewhere. Like, seriously.
But Harris was struck by a bullet that severed his femoral artery, causing the teen to bleed out as he fled through the surrounding neighborhood. Harris' body was found behind an abandoned house nearby.
Jesus Christ.
Help power more coverage like this. Link. Complimentary. Dorian Harris image.
So there's a picture of Dorian Harris.
Dorian Harris, end of Gazili, who did not alert police or emergency services after firing his gun, was 77 feet from Dorian Harris when he started to chase after him, a distance the defense said proved that Gazili could not have intended to strike the teen.
Really? You can't shoot someone from 70 feet? And why would you not call police or emergency services after somebody robbed your store? No, you just want to chase them with a gun. And like, what you should have done is gone, hey, someone robbed my store. I gave chase and fired some warning shots, but I don't know if I got him or not. Here's what he stole. So kids, don't steal, otherwise you'll be blown away, says Arms Killer. Yeah, apparently. Shit, guys, I hate to do this, but I need to run and get my phone charger, otherwise I'm not going to be able to follow chat. So what I'm going to do is mute very quickly. Give me 60 seconds. I will be right back. Who counted? Anyone count? That was pretty fucking fast. Holy fuck, I should just run around the house to work out. That's what I should do. Whew, that was oh my goodness. Whew. Okay. I'm alive, I promise. Okay. Whew, all right. Okay. I unmuted. Hurry up. All right. Whew. Okay. Let's carry on. That was fast, says RVA. I told you I would be fast. I wasn't kidding. Oh my goodness. I told you. I had a kid try and steal a candy bar from a store I was working at, says Maddie. I asked him as he walked out the door, are you going to pay for that or am I going to have to call College Park? Yeah, I've already hit Control X. It went to a black screen. Here, let me do it again. They said it was a black screen. Whew. Yeah, before you got here, honey, I hit Control X because they said it wasn't showing, and then they said it went to a black screen, and then I had to hit it again, and all they said all they could see was my avatar. So I think the properties thingy reset again. Okay, let's continue reading here about this this store clerk. Where am I here? All right, here we go.
That's like Steph Curry standing on the other side of the court and knowing that he'll make a shot at a 94-foot distance. Even Steph Curry can't guarantee that, said criminal defense attorney Blake Bullen.
I'm sorry, are you using a basketball defense? That's your defense? Well, that's like a basketball player standing at, 94 feet away and knowing he's going to make a shot. What? No. Maybe it will come back on when you open the window, but we'll figure it out. It's because the buttons aren't labeled that need to be labeled. Yeah. Is the avatar there at least, or is it a black screen?
Shelby County Medical Examiner Marco Ross testified that, while it would have been extremely unlikely, the trajectory of the bullet, which was parallel to the ground, that entered Harris' back left thigh could have occurred from a falling bullet, as the defense claimed.
Yeah.
The jury also found it unlikely.
No, it's more likely that he shot him, not that he shot up into the air and it came down and hit him by chance. I don't know. Pincalo, could you hit somebody at 77 feet with, I'm assuming it's a handgun? Hey, Lindsay. Yeah, for those in chat, says Pincalo. You don't pull a gun and shoot a kid for shoplifting, says Maddie. The only exception is if they are armed and aiming the weapon at you. Yeah. And then Pincalo says, for those in chat, this is a coding issue with OBS. She can't read the names of what we would call buttons to click to see and to click. Blah, blah, blah. She can't read the names of what we would call buttons, so she doesn't know what it is to click. Yeah. Oh, good. The avatar is there. Okay. Hi, Zombie Teddy. This guy is a psycho. In what reality is shooting a kid for shoplifting acceptable? Oh, blind press, when they say it's a black screen, they mean the window capture is off because all they can see is this black screen with your avatar in the bottom corner. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't agree with shooting a kid for shoplifting. That's no.
Cutting level 2 link.
Is that the end of the article? Let me just... Oh, no, it's not. Okay.
The prosecution drew heavily on basic facts verified by video evidence and witness testimony.
As a good case should.
Surveillance video showed the teenager entering the top step, head straight for a cooler in the store, grab an alcoholic beverage, turn around and exit the store. The time that Harris was in the store totaled about 7 seconds. Gasly looked up when he heard the teenager slam the cooler door shut and exit top stop. Surveillance footage showed Gasly following Harris out of the store, looking for him briefly before pursuing Harris. Get the news alert. Delivery. Required edit text. Your email. Prosecutor said after firing his weapon, Gasly calmly walked back inside top step and continued ringing up customers.
Who the fuck does that? you don't even call the police saying that you've shot at someone. Like, if your defense is the truth, that you just fired warning shots, you don't call the police to say, hey, a kid just robbed my store, I fired warning shots, and I've lost him. I have surveillance footage I can turn over to you that will show what he looks like. So, can you please come and I'll give you the footage and you can go find him. But no, you just choose to take out your gun, shoot him, and go back to work. Okay then. That's not the that is straight up psychopath. You guys are right.
Complimentary. Anwar Ghazali listens during the closing remarks of his murder trial. Image.
Okay, so there's a picture of him at trial.
And end of compliment. The latest Memphis news. At your...
Okay, I think that's... Hold on. Oh, so there's one more thing that says at least one witness told police that Ghazali said, I think I shot him, according to state prosecutors. Ghazali never reported the shooting or the theft, police said. The defendant took it upon himself to be the judge, the jury, and the executioner over a $2 drink. That's why we're here, said state prosecutor Fowler during closing arguments. Why are you using deadly force to defend the drink? Yeah. And of course, Harris's death triggered 2 days of protests as friends, family, and neighbors demonstrated at a house across the street from Top Stop, yeah. And the store was closed for 2 weeks, according to police, during the investigation. And a lawyer representing the Harris family in a civil suit against the store's owner as well. Yeah. This is... So yeah, that's... So the grandmother was at the trial, and she says she initially told the Commercial Appeal, which is the name of this paper, that she couldn't comment about the case because of this pending civil suit. So Fitch is Harris's grandmother's last name. It says, but after exiting the courtroom, Fitch paused and told the media that she was pleased with the verdict, but not the charge. I feel the charge should have been first degree, she said. Yeah. And especially with the lack of, response to the police afterwards. He was just like, oh yeah, I think I shot him. That'll be $5 for those cigarettes, ma'am. Just... It's kind of messed up there. So that's what happens, apparently, when you steal a beer. So, are you ready to read about a Florida woman? Let's read about a Florida woman. So, move over, Florida man. Woman pulls gator from pants during Fort Myers traffic stop. Oh, so this is published today. Her name is Ariel Michelle Marchin. Ariel Michelle Marchin Lequire. Oh my God. Okay, let's read about this wonderful individual.
Fort Myers, a Florida woman. Your link, close, link, who pulled a foot-long alligator from her pants during a traffic stop in May and had more than 40 turtles in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles backpack, pleaded no contest to multiple charges Wednesday in Charlotte County.
So wait, she had a foot-long gator in her pants and 40 turtles in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle backpack? Really? Okay then. That's that's a new one. Thank Gun Fox for this one. This one's his fault, damn Florida people. That's okay. This one's funny. I would be pissed if my kid was shot by a madman because of a relatively small crime. Very relative in this case. Yeah. Hey, hey, irate prostate. Glad to have you here. So, let's see. Now that's what I call a trap.
Ariel Michelle Marchinley Choir, 26, of Fort Myers was a passenger in a pickup pulled over for failure to stop for a stop sign in Charlotte County.
So she wasn't even driving the car. She was just a passenger. How do you sit in the car? How do you just sit down anywhere with a foot-long alligator in your pants?
The driver of the 2013 Silverado told deputies from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office that he and Marchinley Choir had been trying to collect frogs and snakes from a nearby underpass.
Okay, but a gator is neither a frog nor a snake, and neither are the 40 turtles you have.
When deputies searched the truck, they found 42 striped mud turtles and a soft-shell turtle in the cartoon character backpack at Marchinley Choir's feet. You were correct. She pulled the gator from her pants when deputies asked if there was anything else in the truck.
How did you manage not to get bitten? What? Okay, gators do not belong inside your clothes. I didn't think I needed to say that, but apparently I do. Gators do not belong inside your clothing. They just don't. I'm sorry. I know this is very hard for you to understand. Did you just say Mindhunter Season 2, Irate Prostate? Did I read that right? This article was written published 7:08 p.m. August 15th. So yesterday. So it could have been Lords of the Night.
Advertisement. End of advert. He was coming right at me. You link. Alligator encounters are on the rise in Florida. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission was called to take over the investigation.
No doubt.
Marchinley Choir, listed on an arrest report as homeless and living in Fort Myers, entered a no contest plea to 1 count of taking or possessing an American alligator, 1 count of taking or possessing more than 1 turtle per day, 1 count of transporting more than 1 turtle or turtle egg, and 1 count of taking or possessing a soft-shell turtle.
Those are oddly specific charges.
Advertisement. She was found guilty by the court on all counts and sentenced to 24 months probation. She will also have to complete 200 community service hours and make a $500 donation to the FWC's Wildlife Alert Fund.
Well, that was a man, but the gator gave her an impromptu sex change. I'm hungover, I'm done drinking, says Evil Deadhead. Oh, snap. I am gonna have to rewatch season 1 and then watch season 2. Dropped at 3 a.m. Eastern. I crashed on episode 4. Oh, wow. Mindhunter season 2 is up. There goes the weekend. Yeah. You can hunt and fish turtles and alligators, but there are hunting limits, and and trapping has limits as well. That makes sense. The Son of Sam looked great, looked and sounded great. So far so good. Ooh, they have the Son of Sam in this season. Sweet. They better have solved that. Actually, don't spoil it for me.
She also pled guilty to 1 count of failure to appear and was given credit for time served in the Charlotte County Jail. The driver's stop sign violation case remains pending. You are current.
Goddamn Florida people, what is wrong with you? Crazy frickin' Florida people.
Follow Michael Brown on...
Alright, so that's that story. That's that story here. So here's a slightly more a more serious story from Gun Fox. Okay. Come here, headline. Where are you? Ah, here we go. Okay, India issues veiled nuclear threat to Pakistan. Pakistan, wow. India issues veiled nuclear threat to Pakistan with hint it could abandon no first hits policy. First hits policy? Is that what it says? Pakistan with hint it could abandon. Oh, no first use policy. Okay. I apologize. What happens in future depends on the circumstances, Defense Minister says of Delhi's nuclear posture. That's interesting.
Link. India appears to have issued a veiled threat to Pakistan when its defense minister said the country's continued nuclear commitment to no first use would depend on the circumstances. The comment by Rajnath Singh introduces a level of ambiguity to a core national security doctrine, analysts said. It comes amid tensions between the two countries which have increased following India's move to revoke autonomy in the disputed region of Link, Kashmir, the cause of 2 of their 3 wars. On Thursday, Pakistan's army said, Link, 3 of its soldiers were killed in cross-border shelling by India, and that 5 Indian soldiers were also killed. Delhi confirmed the exchanges of fire, but denied the deaths of its soldiers. In February, Indian and Pakistani fighter jets clashed over the Kashmir region. Link. Cutting level 2 to Link. 810.
Oh.
Button. August 15.
Sorry about that. The page is... There we go.
In a visit to Pokhran in western India, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh paid tribute to late former Prime Minister and revered leader of the ruling Hindu nationalists, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, for making India into a nuclear power. A pester, interactive Pokhran is the area which witnessed Atalji's firm resolve to make India a nuclear power and yet remain firmly committed to the doctrine of no first use, he said.
Okay, so are you now saying that no first use is out the window? Watch out, Florida man. You have some tough competition in Florida, woman. Yeah. Yeah, you sure do.
India has strictly adhered to this doctrine. What happens in future depends on the circumstances. Complimentary. Heading level 2. Watch more.
So basically what they said was, if you don't stop doing what you're doing, we will possibly take action first. Which is not exactly a good thing. Yeah, I don't... So it continues on here. I just had to jump through a bunch of links.
India declared itself a nuclear weapons power after conducting underground tests in Pokhran in 1998. Longtime rival Pakistan responded with its own tests shortly afterwards. Since then, nuclear experts say the rivals have been developing nuclear weapons and the missiles to deliver them.
Yeah, they've been in an arms race.
At the time of the tests, India said it needed a deterrent against nuclear-armed China, but it has also long been concerned about Pakistan's nuclear capabilities. Shekhar Gupta, a political commentator and defense expert, said the government appeared to have an open mind on the issue of no first use of nuclear arms, and the comments could be aimed at Pakistan, which has said previously it needed to develop small nuclear weapons to deter a sudden attack by India. Rajnath Singh is measured and not given to loose talk or bluster. He isn't signaling a shift, but an open mind on the NFU, no first use, inherited from Vajpayee's nuclear doctrine, he said on Twitter. Vipin Narang, a nuclear affairs expert at MIT in the United States, said that Singh's comments were a sign the policy on no first use could change in the future.
Yep, it very well could. But I do think it depends on what Pakistan does and how Pakistan reacts.
Host. Make no mistake, this is by far the highest official statement from the defense minister's mouth directly that India may not be forever bound by no first use, Mr. Narang said on Twitter. Offer one you complimentary.
And I believe that is the end of that story. So it looks like just like nothing big. Well, I suppose it is big for India to do that, but it'll be big if it actually happens. If India actually does use their nukes first. I would actually be surprised. Unless Pakistan does something absolutely abhorrent, I don't think India is just going to drop nukes on Pakistan just because it's Pakistan. Like, I know that they don't like each other, but I seriously doubt that India would just nuke Pakistan because Pakistan. So we've got two more stories here. And we're going to start, we're going to save our article that demonstrates irony impairment for the last. And we're going to read this article about Jane Philpott. Used to be Trudeau's, you stupid thing. You're charging it, you're telling me low battery. That's awesome. That's amazing. So Jane Philpott used to be very high up in Trudeau's cabinet. And she resigned because of the whole SNC Lavalin problem. Armskiller says, preemptive disavowment of myself. What do they consider nuclear weapons as? A radioactive turd, literally. So Jane Philpott is now taking Trudeau to task. Well, publicly, I guess, taking Trudeau to task. So this headline says, Jane Philpott to Trudeau. The people of Canada deserve an apology. And the second headline, or the subheading, says, Trudeau has twice repeated that while he both accepts Dion's report and full responsibility for what happened. An apology will not be forthcoming. So he accepts responsibility, but he's not going to apologize. That's, of course he's not. Of course he's not. All right.
You are currently Ottawa. Canadians want to be able to trust their elected representatives. Jane Philpott said Thursday as the former Liberal cabinet minister turned political free agent urged her former boss in the Prime Minister's office to simply say he's sorry. Philpott, once seen as one of the all-stars in Trudeau's cabinet before she resigned her post in protest over the way the SNC-Lavalin affair was handled, expressed hope Thursday that the whole sordid matter at least leads to lasting change in Ottawa.
So she wants Justin Trudeau to do what the guy from British Petroleum Oil did in South Park. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. Like, really? What is saying sorry gonna do? The best thing Trudeau can do is leave. Gaze into the black screen of doom. Hey, Six.
The whole thing was so unnecessary, Philpott said in an interview with the Canadian press. I really hope that something good comes from this, that it does shake up the system and raise Canadians' expectations of politicians to hold themselves to the highest standard.
Yes, and you know what that change is going to be? A complete change in party, in power there, Philpott. An apology is not going to do a damn thing. It's just not.
In an explosive final report released Wednesday, Ethics Commissioner Mario Dion found that Trudeau violated the Conflict of Interest Act by improperly pressuring Philpott's colleague and close friend Jody Wilson-Raybould, who was Attorney General at the time, to halt the criminal prosecution of Montreal engineering giant SNC-Lavalin.
Yep.
Dion concluded that Trudeau's attempts to influence Wilson-Raybould on the SNC-Lavalin prosecution contravened a provision of the ethics law, which prohibits public office holders from using their position to try to influence a decision that would improperly further the private interests of a third party. You Liberal MPs were put in a very, very difficult position by the party and political staff when forced to defend the actions of the Prime Minister's office, Philpott said. You were current... Former Ministers Jody Wilson-Raybould and Jane Philpott watches Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau shuffles his cabinet in Ottawa.
Okay, so there's a picture of Jane Philpott and Jody Wilson-Raybould, who both resigned. Jody Wilson-Raybould was actually demoted, kicked out of her position and given the Foreign Affairs position, and then she resigned. And Jane Philpott resigned shortly after. Yes, Armskiller, Trudeau is absolutely getting BTFO'd. Hello, Gulf City Fright Supremacist.
Women won JPG image. Former ministers Jody will end of. I think that is something that should cause them all to think about whose direction they are following, and they need to be following in the direction of their constituents, she said.
Uh-huh.
When they are told to go out and defend actions that are not appropriate, then it should cause them to question their obligations to the people that sent them to be a representative.
Uh-huh.
Philpott and Wilson-Raybould were both kicked out of the Liberal caucus in April. Both are running as independents in the upcoming federal election.
Oh, good.
Trudeau has now twice repeated his message that while he accepts both Dion's report and full responsibility for what happened, an apology won't be forthcoming.
So he accepts responsibility, but he's not going to apologize for it. And then you don't accept responsibility, because part of accepting responsibility for a mistake is atoning for the mistake.
I disagree with the Ethics Commissioner's conclusions, but he's an officer of Parliament doing his job, and I fully accept his report, which means I take full responsibility, Trudeau said Thursday at an event in Fredericton.
Listen, you pompous motherfucker. If you when you say you accept responsibility, you don't go, well, I disagree with his findings, but he's an officer of the court. So I accept his report, which means I accept responsibility. No, you don't. No, you don't. You so don't. Just stop lying.
I'm not going to apologize for standing up for Canadian jobs, because that's my job, to make sure Canadians and communities and pensioners and families across the country are supported, and that's what I will always do.
Go away. Go away. Just ugh. Ugh. I
But Philpott said that's not why Canadians want to hear him say he's sorry. It does shake up the system and raise Canadians' expectations of politicians to hold themselves to the highest standard. Semicolon. Link. Share.pa.
So that's a pretty come on. See, I don't this is why I don't really like Philpott, because she's not as strongly worded and minded as Jody Wilson-Raybould is. She's pussyfooting around the reason why he needs to apologize. And just remember, the election is around the corner, says Pink Hollow. Yep. Thank God. Perhaps he accepts responsibility but won't apologize means he meant to do it and is not sorry for it. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So here's our titular article. Here we go. This is gonna make you guys just cringe with the lack of self-awareness here. No politician in living memory has been treated as badly as Ilhan Omar. I'm going to repeat that again. No politician in living memory has been treated as badly as Ilhan Omar. Really? Really? I'm sure I could think of a few. Trudeau does not have the right to have a pair of balls now after years of lacking a pair. Yep. So, let's see. Honestly, the treatment of Trump right now is pretty bad. Let's see. Armskiller says, "Be right back. I need to eat a bullet after that headline." Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think Lincoln and Kennedy would disagree on that, Omar. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Okay, and then the subheading: the propaganda war against Omar is an attack against all minorities that make up the fabric of America. That is the subheading. So let's read this wonderful opinion piece.
As a woman of color who wears a headscarf, I am more wary than ever of life in America. Since Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar was elected to Congress last year, Trump has been making racist attacks and inciting violence against her at every opportunity.
Yes, he's started every single one of those. It hasn't been a response to Omar saying that he needs to be impeached, or that he's racist, or that he's a white supremacist, or, while turning around and shitting on Jewish people at every opportunity she can. It's totally all Trump's instigation. All of it is. She is She is completely the victim here. What about What about the minority politicians that are calling her out for her crap? Yeah, exactly. This is specifically why they said living history. They don't want to count them. No, they said living memory. So living memory is very vague because those that are alive remember, like, there are people who are alive that remember Kennedy and the assassination. So that's a very silly thing for this author to say, is no politician in living memory. There are still people that remember Kennedy. There are still people that, it's if you don't feel safe in the freest, safest nation in the world, then get the fuck out, says Pinkolo. No kidding. No kidding. Now way to denigrate minorities by making Omar a representative of all minorities. I know.
I have watched the President of the United States, the man in charge of the most powerful nation on earth, tell Americans like me to return to the crime-infested places from which we came. I have watched him insinuate a Muslim American woman is in some way responsible for 9/11. It is little surprise that, following the infamous chants of send her back at a North Carolina Trump rally, security protecting Omar had to be stepped up. This is violent white supremacy in action.
No, what it is Trump said that if she thinks she knows how to run things, she should go back and fix the country that she was born in and emigrated from, and then come back and show Americans how it's done. He didn't say that every single freaking Muslim / Mexican / whatever American person should go back to their country. And he also did not insinuate that she was responsible for 9/11. He was calling her out for saying that, for describing 9/11 as, oh, some people did some things. Wow, you're disingenuous and hysterical. A man disagreed with me. That's why I need feminism. Because he shouldn't be allowed to do that, says Grillin' Pirate Pete. Yeah. Jenny Tallworth is face palming. Yeah, I feel ya. And once again, they didn't complete the fucking quote. It was go back to your countries and fix them, and then come back and show us how to do it. Exactly.
Now Trump's vitriol towards Omar has spilled into other domains. Most recently, show 19 comments. Link. Facebook post. Indicates that Omar has been arrested 23 times and is the daughter of a Somali terrorist. The president himself has encouraged these conspiracy theories, telling reporters last week that there was Link. A lot of talk. That Omar was once married to her brother.
But he didn't start that, though, dude. He did not start that. And has she been arrested 23 times? Is she the daughter of a Somali terrorist? Aren't those things that a fucking should be answered about a representative of the United States government? If Omar gets death threats, just tell her some people did some things. Yeah.
The propaganda campaign against Omar shows no signs of stopping. This is not only an attack on Omar and her family, but all minorities that make up the fabric of this nation. Given that Omar is a visibly Muslim woman who wears a headscarf, there are serious ramifications for people like me.
No, Omar is getting shit on because of the things that she's saying, not because of her headscarf or her religion. If she kept her mouth shut and didn't say such shitty things about so many people, she would be under the radar. It has nothing to do with her skin color, her head wrappings, or her religion. You disingenuous liar.
Frame. Ilhan Omar finds it disgusting that Muslim Congress members constantly ask to condemn FGM. You are
What?
Hamas and Al Qaeda. Like Omar, I am a Muslim American who also happens to be a person of color. The combination of hijab and being brown does not always go down well in our predominantly white society. Because of my appearance, I am all too often subjected to judgment. This makes me feel like anything I say, like Omar, has the potential to be taken out of context. It makes me feel that I, like Omar, am also under the magnifying glass. I should not have to fear for my life or that of any other Muslim. If we allow such cruel rhetoric to snowball, we are contributing towards our own demise.
You are a neurotic person, aren't you? Every time she opens her mouth, stupid falls out. Yup. Omar is just salty. She can't enter a country she hates anyways. True. Semite. Yep. Anti-Semite. Yep. Oh my god, no it doesn't. She hates the US and is anti-Semitic, says Maddie. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Look at Rashid Tlaib and that pile of shit that's going on. She went to Palestine to visit her grandmother. How do we know it's not a spy? Let's see. If Donald Trump was truly a fascist and the United States was so fascist, as they say, she would have been in a ditch by now. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely, Pincalo. Let's see. How much is left of this story? Hi, Ryder.
Link 800. Moving forward, normalizing the hijab would be the first step towards removing stigma and pressure against women like myself and Ilhan. Engaging in dialogue about topics that make us uncomfortable, such as the hijab, can also help to dismantle stereotypes and increase understanding. Trump threw one of his own supporters out of his rally. French Spider-Man climbed skyscraper in Hong Kong. Stephen Colbert and Anderson Cooper's moving discussion of grief.
Okay, you crazy person. The hijab is normalized. You're allowed to wear it. Just like Jewish people are allowed to wear a yarmulke, or Christians are allowed to wear, or I should say Catholics are allowed to wear a rosary, or, Sikhs are allowed to wear their turbans. All of that is normalized here because you live in a fucking country with freedom of religion. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, like no one takes Trump out of context, says Maddie. No kidding. Oh, man. Right, Pincalo, says Lindsay. Where are all these death camps for women and minorities? Yeah. Let's see.
It is certainly no coincidence that the link 2 U.S. Congresswomen reportedly barred from entering Israel are women of color, with one of them wearing a hijab and following the Muslim faith. This ban was allegedly...
Okay. Do you think they were banned from Israel because they're women of color? Really? Really? Do you really think that? Or could it possibly be that you spouted so much hate about Israel and Jewish people that you have been barred from the country? And isn't it fascinating that it's perfectly fine to ban Donald Trump from the UK, but God help Israel if they ban two women who have been trashing their nation and their people for months publicly and are representatives of an ally's government. Are you shitting me? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? If you were any more irony impaired, the irony would be turning into the actual fucking element iron. And wow. Wow. That my brain is broken. Last time America had camps for minorities was during FDR and the Japanese American internment camps. Yep. And FDR was a anyone want to guess? Anyone want to guess what FDR was? I'm pretty sure he was a Democrat. I could be wrong. He could have been a Republican, but I'm pretty sure he was a Democrat. I'm not saying that Democrats are racist, but yeah. Cynical Lindsay says the question is, will their constituents have the willpower to vote the squad out of office in the next election? I don't know. Yeah, FDR was Democrat. Look, I was right. FDR was a socialist Democrat. Yep. So look at look. Did anyone notice something here? Anyone? Big Democrat, says Irate. So yeah, last time you guys had internment camps was when a Democrat was in power, but Republicans are horrible and Trump is a fascist, and minorities aren't safe, and hijabs aren't normal, and all women of color are in danger because Ilhan Omar is being called out for being a racist, anti-Semitic bigot. Yep, we are in the mirror universe, people. It's true, and the transporters are down, and we can't get back. This is what has happened. We are in the mirror universe. The transporters are broken, and we're fucked. Bueller. Weren't Democrats opposed to World War II because they supported the Nazis? That one I don't know. That one I don't know about.
Link. And is the reality of Link made at the president's request? And is the reality of how Muslim women are stigmatized? It seems the defenders of free speech grow quiet when it is Muslims who are being unfairly silenced.
No. The defenders of free speech are not quiet right now. They're laughing because they go, "Oh, look, the shoe was on the other foot. It's not fun, is it?" And you guys are going, "Ree! You're pointing things out. Ree!" Grab a knife and agonizer and pray. Yep.
Frame. Support free thinking journal.
And I think that's the end of that article. So let me just pop over these links and check. Nope, there's more. Here we go.
From the start of our democracy, politicians have proudly held starkly different views. But have attacks ever been as vicious as they are against Omar? We need to get back to a time of civil debate instead of attacks and censorship. And I'm not just talking about Trump. Many Democrats have also facilitated the silencing of Omar.
Because she's spewing hatred. And, you crazy bitch, what the fuck happened to Kennedy after he made that speech? His last speech. Wow. Or, progressive, says irate prostate. Oh. Most eugenicists were progressive. Yep. Very true.
If the U.S. Constitution is to mean anything in our everyday lives, we must all come together to ensure that Muslim women are no longer living in fear.
Then, okay, if Muslim women are living in fear in the States, that's their fault. Because Muslim women are just as equal as white women or a freaking, like, this is bullshit. This false sense of victimhood. If the U.S. is so bad, go back to the countries where arranged marriages happen and FGM happens and all those wonderful things happen. If you're truly so afraid. Freaking crazy people.
Offer 0J complimentary. More about.
Now that's the end of that article. Fuck, that pisses me off. Like, that really pisses me off. So, guys, those were all of the articles that we have for you today. My headache is coming back. I've had to take some ibuprofen to get my migraine under control, and it's starting to come back, so I'm unfortunately not going to be able to keep going much longer. So I'll say hi to you guys and see what y'all have to say. And then we'll end the stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed the articles I picked for you guys today. I'm trying to work on making a couple more gaming videos as well. And also tomorrow is the Star Trek stream at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. It's Hammer's choices for his top 3 favorite original series episodes, which are The Doomsday Machine, The Omega Glory, and Let That Be Your Last Battlefield. So that'll be lots of fun. If you guys are around tonight, go hang out at Irate Prostate's channel for the Cream stream. That's always a hoot and a half. And who knows, I may invade. So I hope everybody has a fantastic Friday. I would love to be a citizen of America, and haters like Omar are in Congress. Or are allowed to be in Congress. Yeah. It's true. It's very true. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day and a good weekend. We will see you back here tomorrow for Star Trek, and of course on Sunday night for the Blind and the Special. But until then, have a great day, guys, and we will talk to you later. Thank you for watching.